Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So today I would like to continue with my main mission, which means I gotta go to Andros, or well, sail to Andros more like it, because it's all the way over here. I haven't been doing a lot of stuff off camera this time. I did finish a few smaller landmarks in these regions, like some bandit camps and military camps, and I picked up the treasure over here, but nothing too interesting. So I guess I'm just going to sail through here all the way to Andros. We do have some lower level regions over here as well, but I'm going to ignore them for now, and we will go straight for our destination and check out that mysterious structure, which is probably going to be some kind of precursor related structure. But yeah,
fast as we can!
This is probably going to take a while, so I'll bring you back once I have arrived at Andros.
Cassandra, there's a question I've been meaning to ask you.
Go on.
Your spear. How did you find it?
My mother told me that the Spartan army brought it back from the Battle of Thermopylae.
Why bring it back to her?
Leonidas was her father.
Oh, I see.
And it gives you visions. Perhaps it's trying to guide you, show you a path.
There's more. It helps me in battle.
What do you mean?
I can't really describe it. It's like I know what my opponent's next move will be just before it happens.
Fascinating. This is just extraordinary. We are approaching the island of Andros, Cassandra.
Yes, here we can see the tomb of the greatest Myrmidon, Achilles.
I was more excited by the fact that Andros exports some of the most expensive marble in the world.
Is this the place with the rumored ancient civilization ruins you were talking about?
It is indeed. Look for a large gate.
Alright, well, apparently we arrived at our location. I guess I'm going to use this docking spot over here. Also, I don't think I knew that Cassandra is basically the grandchild of Leonidas. So yeah, now we're here, and I guess I have to look for the precise location. It says it's in the western part of the abandoned forest, and I mean, there's only one landmark in the abandoned forest, so I guess this over here is going to be it. Also, it's like a golden landmark, so I suppose it's more important than the usual landmarks. Let's just go on land and let's check it out. Also, what a beautiful beach. You could make like a nice holiday resort out of this place. Okay, apparently we are already in range. Let's get a little bit closer before I send out Icaros. Okay, there we go.
Here it is.
Yep, that looks like precursor architecture to me. Let's have a look at it.
Is that a door? I've never seen anything like it before.
Well, we have seen parts of it in one of the caves before, but certainly nothing like this. Ooh. Someone left some stuff on the outside. Like goat cheese. Why? That is random. But okay, let's see if we can open the door.
How do I get inside? I wonder if...
Who's there? Come out!
Hesitation only hastens.
The grave, I know, Mater.
Your form is improving. Your resolve is strong, but you're not taking action.
I was going to.
I know, but it's the moments in between that decide everything. Your turn.
They'll need a spear.
You're old enough now. My father's spear holds a certain burden, but you're ready.
Well, can you tell me more about that burden?
I felt something.
Oh?
The spear. It has magic.
It carries with it a long line of power. A bloodline of incredible heroes. The same blood within you and me and our family.
All of us?
Think of Leonidas. He had great courage. And he made a great sacrifice. You share in his blood and the strength he possessed. We are able to feel certain things happening around us. That is our family's gift. But not everyone understands that. Some recognize the power we bear and want it only for themselves. They will try to take it from us.
I won't let them.
I know. You're a warrior. If we keep moving forward, always moving forward, we're untouchable.
So I guess this is the bloodline they're talking about?
Storm's coming in.
Then maybe we should move forward now.
All right. I see. But how does this help us open the door?
Mother, I haven't forgotten you.
Okay, the spear can just magically do it for us.
By the gods, who built all this?
Well, those that came before, probably. Explore the cave. Right, let's do it. There seems to be unnecessarily large architecture.
How does a place like this exist?
Well, I hope to find out. Oh, is that like lava?
How could I even explain this to someone like Marcos?
Or just some glowy stone?
Something's glowing over there.
Yeah, there's glowy stuff everywhere. But you're probably talking about this over here. Okay. And yeah, we have something we can interact with here. But let me have a quick look around. Okay, we have several places that we can interact with. Oh, well, two of them. But this one over here looks the most interesting. It looks like, you know, a spear. So, what happens if I just touch it? Yep, that's a fit.
Forge activated. Synchronizing retransmission chronicity. Contact engaged.
Well, what does it mean? Oh. It
Deimos.
means we're going back to the
forge.
present.
I knew I let you stay in the Animus too long. Your vitals are crashing.
You don't understand. This confirms it. Cassandra didn't just have Isu technology. She had the means to improve it. Imagine how powerful the staff could be.
I admit, that could be an incredible find. But right now, I'm the doctor, and I take care of you. Now get some rest before you go back to Cassandra.
Don't tell me to rest, you're right, I'll take a break. Well, I guess I can use a break and maybe I can look around a little bit in this place, because so far we didn't really get the chance to, control Lila, right?
If you insist, but only because I've got work to do on the outside.
Please, just clear your head. The last thing we need is a cell leader suffering from the bleeding effect and spearing us because we're Hittites or Thracians.
I won't. But Thracians throw great parties.
Don't forget, we're a team. We'll back you up until you're finished your investigation.
I know. Kyoshi secured the loft yesterday and he's keeping an eye out. Elena's on call doing historical research.
And I'm here to talk if you're feeling any confusion from the Animus.
Always the therapist.
All right, well, we have a few questions here. What do you think of the mission so far?
So, Doctor, how do you feel now that we're closer than ever to the staff?
I believe this staff is important. But the Templars and Assassins have found staves of Eden before. Nikolai Tesla blew one up in Russia, if I remember correctly.
This is different. If what I saw in Egypt is true, this staff doesn't control minds. It controls physics, time. Imagine rewriting the rules of the universe.
The spear you found is right here, and it's not doing anything.
The spear's attached to a bloodline. Leonidas, Cassandra, and Alexios. They were intimately connected to it.
Are you sure you can use the Staff of Hermes, then?
No. But if the Templars get it, they won't stop until they find someone who can.
Yeah, rewriting the rules of the universe seems like something very, very dangerous that you probably wouldn't want to do. But yeah, what's your opinion of the new Animus?
So, what do you think of my new Animus?
You mean our new Animus? That's Abstergo equipment.
Which I've modified to within a millimeter of its digital life. It's an Animus console prototype, Brahmin variant with the I/O capacities pushed to their max. Ultra portable with more calculating power than NASA and CERN combined.
Okay, well, I get it. It's a very, very advanced machine. But she hasn't really told me her opinion. We just told her ours. But okay, I guess that's enough for now.
I'll go stretch my legs. Too bad we don't have access to the Abstergo gym anymore, huh?
Membership costs too much.
Well, literally, right? Okay, so now we are in, well, whatever this place is. And I do see a bunch of stuff I can interact with. I will not go back to the Animus just yet. Let's just look around a little bit.
I wonder if the Fry twins would still recognize London. A rooftop's still a rooftop.
It is. And apparently we're in London. So they probably would be able to get around here. They stay away from the roads.
How's it going out there?
Well, no threats in view.
I'm glad we could work together again.
I believe our working methods are compatible.
Well, this is a new person. I don't think we ever talked or heard about this person before. So, why are you so short with me?
Are you still upset about our last run-in with Abstergo? I'm sorry, I didn't realize those hills in Quebec were so steep. But hey, you and your Yakuza reflexes saved us. Sorry, ex-Yakuza.
We're all alive and our injuries have healed. That's what matters.
Alright, so apparently he's an ex-Yakuza. I see. But yeah, what do you think we should do next?
Of course, I'll return to the Animus, then follow the trail Herodotus left to find the staff. But there's so many possibilities, so many choices. There's no way to know which ones are right. You used to run part of the Japanese Brotherhood. What would you do?
Take things one step at a time, observe then act, or kill everyone and search their pockets for answers. You decide.
You're not being helpful at all, so I guess I'll leave you to it.
Thanks for watching our backs, Kiyoshi. I'll leave you to your work.
I'll report in if Abstergo drops by.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if sometime at the end of the game they find this place and we have to use our bleeding effect assassin skills to get rid of them. I mean, that's how it usually works, right? But for now, we can look at more stuff.
Looks third echelon. Or is it fourth?
What does that even mean? And is this your bed over here? Well, someone likes pizza.
Too bad we had to leave before we could drink some more caribou.
Or maybe you just don't have time to get anything else than pizza, huh? Oh, sorry. Oh, and we have our laptop over here.
Fascinating. Layla, can you believe we're meeting Herodotus himself?
I can. He sure does talk a lot.
Is there anything I can help you with?
There's another person we haven't met before. Yeah, what can you tell me about the book? What book are we talking about exactly?
So does what I'm seeing as Cassandra match your research? I had to tweak the Animus to use what we have of the book as reference.
That book is a lost work by Herodotus. He basically invented the concept of recording history. And other figures are matching up too. Cleon, Pericles. The chance to see the past firsthand is why I joined the Assassins.
Most people would talk about justice or leaping across rooftops, but history's cool too.
I've loved history since my grandpa told me stories about his grandpa back in Ireland. He was an adventurer and sailor, so I'm continuing the family tradition. I feel so lucky.
You make your own luck, remember?
Why do people keep telling me that?
Well, that reminds me of Shay, but he kept saying that while he never actually did it, so I'm not sure if we should really use that kind of saying here. But yeah, you know what? Exploring history in this form via the Animus would totally be a reason for me to join the Assassins as well. I would totally be up for that. But yeah, tell me more about Herodotus.
So I've met Herodotus, but I don't know much about him.
He's brilliant. His histories are considered the foremost textbook of classical Greece. People have made their careers analyzing his words for some new perspective. To see him in his own world, walking in the polis, and... Sorry, but he's kind of a hero of mine.
You can fangirl all you want.
Yay!
Yep, that's fine with me. I can totally understand that. But okay, I guess that's enough for now.
I'll leave you to your work.
If you need anything, just let me know.
Alright, I will certainly do that.
I should check
if
my
I can.
email.
Oh, I have another laptop over here. And yeah, this is like one that looks similar to the one we had last game with a bunch of stuff to read. Okay, let's check emails. Oh, well, it's a lot of them. It is quite a lot of them. I'm not sure if I really want to read all of this now. I'm not sure if I need to read all of this off camera for that matter. And we have some stuff about Quebec here. Reality as a simulation, getting the team together, packing for Greece. Who is Alethea? I mean, this might be interesting background information. Isu architecture, the Capitoline Isu, Juno, Hermes, Alethea. Okay, so is Alethea an Isu? I guess I'm going to have a look at these documents, but there's a lot of stuff to read here and I'm not sure if I want to do all of this today, so let's have a look at this. Isu architecture. So, the Isu aka precursors or those who came before. They're humanoid and they're ancient. They have triple helix DNA and 6 primary senses. The Isu say they created Homo sapiens to serve them, and who knows if they're wrong. Abstergo classifies them as Homo sapiens divinus, though they waffle on whether they're gods or not. Well, the name kinda suggests it, but I guess it's all a matter of definition. Sometimes individual Isu say they aren't, but usually they act like they are. They like to give themselves god names anyway. LH and AR, whoever that is. Wait, weren't the ancient gods named after them? It's sort of a chicken and egg situation. We know that the Isu had other names before they took on the ones we know. Like Juno was also called Uni. Okay, but I mean, Uni was the Etruscan version of Juno, so it is kind of a god name, an Etruscan god name. And just to check, Aletheia is not a goddess name, is it? You got it, boss. It literally means truth. But if you ask Heidegger, well, not literally, he's dead, it means a disclosure of truth. He dedicated huge chunks of philosophy to defining exactly what that meant. What's the short version? Aletheia is unconcealedness, as opposed to correspondence, which is truth as accurate definitions of reality, or coherence, which is truth as statements that they are consistent with the rest of a reality. Okay, I think I'll leave the philosophy to you while I handle tech. Deal. Works for me. So I guess LH is Lila, and this is the other person we just talked to, Alana or whatever her name was. Okay. The Capitoline Isu. So the next thing to realize is that there's Isu and then there's Isu. The main movers and shakers were the Capitoline Triad. Jupiter, Minerva and Juno. Okay, we have heard about them. Those three were scientists who formed a team to save the world from being destroyed by a solar flare. So it was a solar flare. I was never quite sure what exactly this catastrophe was supposed to be. They were like superheroes with ulterior motives. Jupiter and Minerva appeared to sympathize with humans, but really only seemed to make a move after the Toba catastrophe nearly snuffed us out. Juno was in it for the Isu, but mostly for herself. One of those world-saving solutions was the eye that killed Desmond, wasn't it? Exactly, it worked short-term, but long-term seems more iffy. If iffy is a word you can use when you're talking about the end of the world as we know it. Aletheia did seem to imply that reality was shifting, or that multiple realities were shifting as calculations were made. I thought you were leaving me the philosophy. Okay, so this is a nice summary of what happened in the past 10 games, and I think most of it I have figured out to some extent, even though it was significantly more cryptic in previous games, so now we have it properly spelled out for us. And I did have like that suspicion that some of the quote-unquote gods were more sympathetic to humans than others, so this makes sense. Juno. So one of the most powerful Isu was Juno. She raised an army of followers trying to help her and her husband Aita get bodies. She wanted to move out of the grey or virtual existence in some kind of spiritual tech hybrid afterlife. And the Phoenix Project is going to do just that. The plan was so dangerous that neither the Assassins nor Templars could take it on alone. So we teamed up for a while. Lila, I heard about your colleague Charlotte de la Cruz. I'm sorry. So am I. Weird question. So I know Mr. Burke used some special explosives to make sure there wasn't any DNA left. But wouldn't there be some trace of the Koh-i-Noor? I mean, you'd think some shards of such powerful artifact would have survived. Alana, when Burke blows something up, he blows it up with extreme prejudice. The site is sterilized. So another weird question. How did Kiyoshi, Galina and Aaron get away then? Too soon, Alana, too soon. Okay, I feel that I haven't properly heard about this incident. It seems to be like the conclusion of the Juno story arc, but that didn't happen in any of the previous games. It happened in like other media, so obviously I wouldn't know about it. But okay, apparently the Juno problem seems to be resolved, so that's not going to be an issue anymore. Or an issue anymore, if I may use that pun. Hermes. We don't know much about this Isu except that he was one. The Greeks and Egyptians both worshipped him. His special followers called themselves Hermeticists. Oh right, I did talk about Hermes Trismegistus in the previous game, did I not? Because he was like a Greek version of Thoth, or they kind of merged together the Greek Hermes and the Egyptian Thoth into Hermes Trismegistus. The god Hermes, particularly in the form of Hermes Trismegistus, was all about magic and alchemy, and his staff is the inspiration for the Caduceus. In theory, he met Pythagoras and gave him his staff. We're betting a lot on that theory. We've extrapolated that the staff is the key to the Isu equations of reality theory. based on the information we got in Egypt, the Isu are convinced that understanding the mathematical rules of the universe is the basis to changing it. Are you convinced? I'm convinced it might be true, and that's enough to make that stuff very powerful and very, very dangerous. Okay, so I guess this is like the special artifact we're looking for here in particular. And finally a note on Alethea. So who is Alethea? She, that's a guess, I didn't record her using any pronouns, called herself that. She has a grudge against the rest of the Isu for their godlier-than-thou attitude. The Isu Unified Front showed cracks before, like that time Minerva and Juno argued in front of Desmond, or when Consus reached through time to contact the assassins behind Juno's back. But this is a new level of insubordination. Fortunately for us, Alethea seems to be on humanity's side. Yeah, she reminds me of Martin Luther nailing his 95 Theses to a church door, which probably never happened. Maybe this is the start of the great Isu schism. You've got a knack for naming things, you know that? Thanks, boss. Besides, she's a hacker. I like her. Hacking? Is that what she's doing to her retransmissions? Sorry, I realize it's more my department than yours. You heard the voice change, right? That's when the retransmissions got hacked, replaced right under the other Isu's metaphorical nose. How do you think she did it? Good question. If you want to brute force a problem, try all the security protocols until you find one that works. Then lock everyone else out so they can't undo your work. Or if you analog, get a stronger transmitter, Mexican radio style. Alethea's big advantage is having all the time in the world to find a solution. Like Consus, she seems to be able to see multiple times at once and communicate across them, or multiple realities. I only wish I could do that kind of multitasking. If anyone could, it would be you, boss. Okay, so this person might be helpful if we can find her or contact her, because she might be one of the Isu that is on our side. I see. Okay, well, yeah, there's like a lot of stuff going on here. We have some audio. May as well listen to it, I suppose.
The Lost Book of Herodotus. The Spear of Leonidas. If I didn't work for the assassins, I wouldn't believe it. I'm still not sure I believe it. But a little luck and a lot of research later, and we've got ourselves the archaeological find of the century. At least, we would if I could publish it.
That's always a problem. Can't really talk to, well, most people about all the stuff you see here. Okay, it seems that this is the end of the recording. Not that much of a recording. And all of this doesn't seem to have any function at the moment. So I guess I'm going to leave all of this be for now, and maybe if I have a bit more time I will read all of this. Maybe off camera, maybe on camera, we will see about that. But for now, let's leave the computer alone. And let's look around a little bit more.
The center of the universe, circa 400 BCE.
It's a rather small universe back then, huh?
Eagles are fine and all, but a pet monkey would be even cooler.
But monkeys can't fly and they can't, you know, give you reconnaissance like an eagle does. Alright, anything else in here? Apparently so.
What?
I think we saw this, whatever it is, in the previous game as well. Okay, looks like I have sufficiently looked at all the various interaction points. So I guess I'm going back into the Animus for now, and I hope I will have some time to read that stuff later. Now, I think someone told me that unlike the previous game, I can't just leave the Animus whenever I want. So I will have to do all the reading the next time the game puts me here. But I hope there will be like a good moment where I can just make a cut in my recording and then read all of that stuff. But yeah, for now, let's go back into the Animus.
Are you sure you want to go back into the Animus right now? I get the impression you'll be there a long time.
Well, that's a little bit of a warning, but I mean, since I don't really have the time to read stuff for like an hour off camera, I will go back now.
Yes, I'm ready to go back to Cassandra.
All right. I'll be watching your back.
Spear is stronger now. The cult won't stand a
Oh,
chance.
spear upgraded. Okay. That's useful. Leonidas' spear upgrade. The spear of Leonidas here at the Forge of Hephaestus using artifact fragments. Ah, okay. Now I understand what that Hephaestus blacksmith thingy was all about. Apparently I can use it to upgrade my spear. Upgrading it increases your adrenaline and unlocks more powerful abilities. Collect artifact fragments from defeated members of the Cult of Cosmos. Review the quest menu to track progress towards more spear upgrades. I mean, this is the Forge of Hephaestus. And then we have the blacksmith of Hephaestus. So this might be like a smaller version of it. Ooh, what? What exactly happened here? Oh, I think... Ah, I see. Spear of Leonidas level 2. Next level 7% health gained per adrenaline spent. Maximum adrenaline segment 6. Alright. I see. And I guess I have unlocked some of the abilities here that were still locked before this. Alright, well, I'm sure that's going to be useful, but there's like another thing that I can interact with over here.
This imprint is shaped like the sword Deimos had at the cultists' meeting. Was it forged in this place?
Well, probably. So do we need his sword to interact with that pillar over here? Or if you're playing Alexius, does this mean that you're not having like the spear of Leonidas, but a sword? And you go and interact with this pillar over here, and Cassandra uses this one because she has a different weapon? I don't know. But okay, I guess we're done here for now. Let's go back and talk to Herodotus.
Well, Herodotus will be happy. It's clear someone was here far before we were.
Yep. I guess he was right with his theory. However he came to that conclusion.
Did Leonidas know this place existed?
I can't tell you that. And if he did, and if he passed on that knowledge to his daughter, she never got to tell us about it. Oh, what the hell? Oh,
time to talk.
Okay. Didn't expect to see you here, but if you want to talk, I'm all up for it.
You're not hard to track.
Did you come alone? Are you all right? Alexios, you're alive.
Don't touch me.
Come on, little brother. You have to tell me everything. What's happened to you?
I don't have to tell you anything. I don't know you.
Well, I know you. It doesn't matter.
There's more important things to argue about.
You're right. Like that stunt you pulled with the artifact. It got my attention, if that's what you wanted.
What? The artifact showed the truth. We're family. And we made it out of Sparta alive.
Yes, it did show the truth. It confirmed what I always knew. You threw me off a fucking mountain!
Okay, so that's what he believes. I mean, it's not really true. If I remember correctly, she was trying to stop the priest, and in doing so, she kind of pushed him down the mountain. But he had already thrown the baby off the cliff before that, so technically it wasn't her. But I guess that's what Alexius believes. But I can tell you, it's not what happened.
If that's what you think, Alexios, you must have hit your head on the way down.
I've heard this story, and not from a liar like you. And never call me Alexios.
Right, Deimos. Now him, I don't know.
He's a demigod, worshipped and feared by the cult and all the Greek world.
Well, that can't be good, because that kind of stuff clearly goes to people's heads. That's not who you are. Gods don't bow to the cult. Yeah, I don't know. It seems to me that you're working for the cult and not the other way around.
Then why do the cult's bidding?
Have you been paying attention? They're following my lead.
Then make a choice on your own. Help find our mater.
I'm not interested in reunion. I just want to know what you think you're doing.
Same thing as your cult. Looking for Myrrine, our mother.
They don't need her.
Your cultists think differently. She's their next target.
If they ever pursued her, it would be to kill her. But if you don't know where she is, that means she abandoned you too. How sad.
Well, I'm pretty sure she probably doesn't realize that those two are still alive, so why would she try to look for us? And either way, she's still our mother.
Even if we were abandoned, we survived. We can go back to the way things were if we can find her.
The cult has no interest in sentimentality or family. Its only aim is control.
I've never found Nikolaos. I killed Nikolaos. Well, I mean, both of it is a lie. So I'm not sure why only this one has like the lie symbol, because I clearly found him and I didn't kill him. So I really have no choice but to tell a lie here.
If it's true they're after us, tell them they'll never find Nikolaos. He's off the map. Trust me, I've searched myself.
If I could find you, the other long-lost child of Nikolaos, then I can find him. And when I do, he'll wish he was thrown off that mountain.
I don't care what you think. I'll find Myrrine. Do the right thing. Come with me.
What?
We could find her. Together. You could help me.
Oh, you think friendship is the answer? Running around like lost children looking for dear mater. You're so weak.
It's not weakness, don't call me weak. I don't think trying to find your family is weakness. I mean, I can understand why he would think like that. He was raised in the cult and they probably told him that, you know, your family abandoned you and, you know, they don't want to have you anymore and they try to kill you and so on. So I can see why he wouldn't be open to that idea, but obviously Cassandra has a different idea about it.
It's responsibility, not weakness. I won't abandon the whole family just for spite.
Responsibility? Get off your high horse. The cult has a plan, and it won't be interrupted by the likes of you.
And what would that plan be? Yes, thank you for giving me that question.
Taking your own mother isn't enough for them?
We're not abductors. We're political. Those who don't stand with us stand against us, and they pay for that mistake.
Like me.
Like you. I heard you're planning a trip to Athens. When you go, tell Pericles and his elitist scum they're next.
That's pretty rich from someone who's working in an elitist cult that is full of people from the elite. What do they want with our family? Well, I guess it has something to do with that mysterious bloodline.
The cult let Myrrine live. They let Nikolaos live. Why kill them now?
Because you live. You brought this on her and yourself. The cult is powerful, but they're mortals. I have the blood of gods, so they think you do too. But they'll see how wrong they are.
Well, if we're siblings, then it's a simple fact of biology that we both would have that blood of gods or whatever. Either way, I'm bringing down the cult, I suppose.
I'm going after the cult, you know.
You've seen our numbers. You've seen what I can do. And you still think you stand a chance?
Try me.
So having guts runs in the family, does it? You claim we have the same blood. So let's see what you can do.
Okay, I guess we can do that. Not before I hurt you. You're still my brother. I'm going. Oh, so I can, like, fight him? I honestly don't expect that I would be able to, like, kill him. I mean, he's clearly too important for the story to die at this point in the game. But, I mean, come on. We're still, like, a family, I guess, even though I suppose it doesn't really mean anything to you.
We still found each other, brother.
I told you not to touch me.
Deimos!
Well, this didn't go well.
Baraka. Herodotus won't believe this. I have to tell him what happened.
But I guess it could have gone worse as well. At least he was willing to talk, so... Again, I'm trying to look on the bright side here and see that maybe there's some hope for him, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I guess I'll pick up the loot from this unfortunate fellow over here with that sword in his head. And yeah, let's go back to Herodotus. As a matter of fact, I might be able to just fast travel to my boat. And I guess we will tell him what we found out. Alright, gotta talk to you, I suppose. Where are you? Oh, he's all the way over here.
Well, was the legend true? Was it magnificent? What happened to you? And your spear?
Slow down, Herodotus. My spear's stronger now. I can feel it. You were right, there was some kind of artifact there. It showed me a vision. Of me and my mother.
So, the ancient civilization is real. Cassandra, you have no idea the power you possess. All harnessed in Leonidas' spear.
That's not everything. Deimos followed me here. The cult's already moving, he told me himself. They're going after us. My family, Pericles.
Why would he tell you? Unless it was a trap.
It doesn't matter. We have to get to Athens to warn Pericles. And we need to find my mother before they do.
Then, we go to the Pnyx. If Pericles is anywhere, he's there.
Alright, so I guess I have my work cut out for me. This quest is completed. But now we have to go to Athens next, probably. Multiple quests accepted. Okay, let me have a look at that. Okay. The Eyes of Cosmos. No secret went unheard during the war, thanks to the ones known as the Eyes of Cosmos. So I have to continue with one of these, probably. The road to the symposium. Welcome to Athens. Okay, go to Athens, upgrade the spear. And this is probably like a DLC. And I don't really care about all of them. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to unpack here, so I will have a look at this in more detail off camera. But yeah, that was an interesting conversation with Deimos just now. And I'm guessing that mysterious bloodline that they're talking about is like a bloodline that goes back to the Isu, because I seem to remember that this was like a thing in earlier Assassin's Creed games, that the assassins are kind of like descendants of the precursors, at least like to a very tiny amount, and this is what gives them their special abilities. Although they didn't really follow up on that in like the later games, but I'm guessing this is what this is all about. So that's why Deimos and Cassandra and those who came before them have like special abilities and are like great heroes and so on. But okay, I guess that's enough for today. We have like a bunch of quests to follow up on. Now, since I'm here at this island, I may want to take care of this cultist over here before I move on. And I do believe I saw like a side mission somewhere in this vicinity when I sailed past the island. So I may want to go to Eubaea first and have a look at this place and see if there's anything we want to do. Before we go to Athens over here. I mean, I'm level 22, so it would be within my level, but I will maybe check out some of the lower level places before I move on. But yeah, I guess for now I'm going to call it a day, and we will continue with this in the next episode. So as always, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.